Welcome back to Rolling Solo. My name is Adam Smith, and inside of this featured product video, I'm specifically taking a look at an organizer from Feldherr. And this organizer I found on Etsy is the organizer I chose to go after in order to save me from future expansions coming from Dungeon Degenerates. It's most recently in process of fulfillment Kickstarter, which is going to be throwing a bunch more expansions my way. As you can see here, I have the core game, the Hand of Doom. So right now, that's all I need to store. So this storage solution I've picked up from Feldherr is definitely going to fit the bill for just the core, but the best part about it, it's not just for the core, it also will be able to house those expansions I'm expecting to come in the future and keep things organized beyond, well, what you're about to see inside my box, which is pure chaos of just baggies everywhere. So here is how my core box is currently organized. Now, this might be familiar to a lot of you because there's a lot of board games out there that don't have inserts that come with the game when you originally open it up. So you technically just go ahead, grab some bags, and kind of package everything together, and it kind of helps with setup. It does, it's better than just dumping all the components in the box without even bagging them up. It's somewhat organized, but it's going to be absolute chaos when expansions get added into the pile and you're trying to keep things in certain areas. I also like to store my games vertically because they just look so much better, and they also don't wear the boxes down so badly like they do typically in a horizontal setup. So that presents all kinds of fun. So what I really was looking for here is a storage solution that is going to organize not only what I currently have, but what I know is coming down the line to me in the future. Here in front of you is the Feldherr Organizer for Dungeon Degenerates Hand of Doom, the core box. You'll see it has a full breakdown page here, as well as a QR code that'll take you right to the site where you can find further instructions around this particular item, but it breaks down what should be in each one of these trays, and this entire organizer does come 3D printed and assembled, of course, as it's 3D printed, so you don't have to worry about gluing anything together. You can just start organizing right out of the gates. Putting all the contents of the base game into this organizer took about 15 minutes max. It was really easy. Again, I just opened up a bag each time and then started putting specific tokens into specific buckets and cards into each of the slots. You have the handy reference which comes along with the organizer. You also have the ability to go to the site and see pictures of it pre-filled to help you know where things go. But honestly, there's flexibility here as most of the compartments are kind of standard size and repeated throughout the organizer, which is really nice. I like what I'm seeing here because there's a bunch of empty space. What you might not see is underneath each of these card trays in the top half of the box is more trays below. So you can have even more cards stored, and of course, if they're sleeved, you will definitely have the space for those as well. Plus, when you're setting the game up, now you actually have some card trays to use when you begin to set up the game. You can just pull them straight out of the box and make use of them. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start taking things out of the box so you can get ideas to the depth of the organizer. Now, one of the things I absolutely love about this organizer is that it color matches the palette of this game so perfectly. It's awesome. It's even just, it's everything I wanted in an organizer. And on top of it, as I took off the two trays at the bottom of this box, you'll notice a whole bunch of space here for mini cards down below. Very, very handy. And again, if you want to know the specifics of which actual expansions and which booster pack it's referring to, that it could be sleeved or unsleeved and fit inside this box, those are, of course, the core game that you're seeing here, Mean Streets expansion, City Scum booster pack, Adventure expansion, and Freaks and Psychos expansion. Now, all of those are guaranteed to fit inside the box, sleeved or unsleeved. I'm going to be pushing this one to see if I can get everything released to date in an unsleeved fashion into this organizer as time goes on, and that I'm really curious to see whether it'll pan out. But there seems to be lots of space for cards. Removing some buckets of tokens, you can now see underneath of the card trays that there is more space underneath for even further storage. I do have the loot deck split in half just to make it more even rather than having all of it on top. And of course, if I'm storing this vertical, that also ensures the cards aren't going to slide straight down and go past one of these bucket dividers. But these things go in and out so easily and so nicely. Just pull them out and get going with gameplay. And these card trays are going to be such an awesome addition to the setup of this game. game, let's go ahead and take out another couple trays and see some more of the space available. So now you get a good glimpse of the back row. You'll also see that on the far right there, we have another couple trays worth of storage going on. And if I go ahead and just remove this one, you'll see it's completely empty, ready for expansion tokens to go in there. Now, the one thing that is worth mentioning is there will be just a bit of box lift, and that's because once you put the actual game board on top, there's maybe about 2 millimeters of clearance there in terms of that sitting on top. And then on top of that, you're going to need to place your player boards, which of course you could arrange by dividing them up half and half, some on the bottom, some on top. That should add another millimeter or so. And then you have the actual booklets for the game as well. So there will be, I would say, probably within less than a centimeter worth of a box lift going on here, but honestly, to be able to house all those expansions neatly and organized inside of the core game box, that's a huge win. I went ahead and placed everything on top and put the cover on the box. I also measured the distance of the lift. It's about 1/2 of an inch. I'll actually pull this up so you can see it. And I'm telling you right now, it's basically nothing for the benefit of being able to go ahead and get everything in the box. I'm quite happy. And that, my friends, is going to wrap up this featured product video, taking a look, an in-depth look at the organizer for Dungeon Degenerates from Feldherr. And I really, really recommend this one if you're looking for something that can get all of the different expansions inside of this core box. This is a great option, and you should definitely go check it out. I'll have a link to it in the pinned comment and video description, so you can go check it out as well to see whether or not it'll be a fit for you. Really hope this video was informative for you. Thank you guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it. And as always, keep on rolling solo.